morning. It's day 6 of the 2016 Olympic Games. I'm Nadine Liverpool, he's Dalton Myers, and we're back with another edition of the Flow Sports Rio Report. It was so close, but just so far for Cuba in gymnastics. Steady progress for Caribbean trio in the men's laser. But there will be a boxing medal in the Caribbean's future. And American Kristen Armstrong does the three-peat, all coming up. And remember, the Flow Rio 2016 Extra app is available, and it's almost as popular as Pokemon Go, I promise. Take the Olympics everywhere you go.
In between poke stops, catch up on all your favorite events on your Android or iOS device. Do you do Pokemon Go?
No, I don't have time for all of that stuff. And don't forget, we love hearing from you on social media, so send us your comments and questions using the hashtag #FlowToRio. So Dalton, what storylines caught your eyes from yesterday's events?
So for me, it is obviously the beach volleyball for women, where Kerry Walsh-Jenner and her teammate April Ross, they defeated Isabella Ferreira and Dupree 2-1. It was a fantastic match. They won the first set easily, but the Swiss, they came back in the second set. The third set was a really humdinger. They won that 15-13. For you, what was the highlight for you?
Well, what caught my eye was USA basketball. They finally got some competition. They faced Australia yesterday, and they were actually down by 5 at the half. But it was Captain America, Carmelo Anthony, that got it done. He scored a game-high 31 points for the Americans, and they have now won their 71st straight game. Pretty crazy.
They want to go to the finals and win that, certainly for the USA, so that it can add to their medal count. They want to increase their medal count. Of course, the Olympics are a great unifier, except on the medal tables. Take a look at some of those teams that are really getting some medals. United States, they're leading ahead of China, Japan, and Australia. Australia, they're doing a great job so far. Fantastic.
Well, the waters around Rio are not feeling the Olympic spirit, and it's been rough out there for the region's sailors and rowers.
Yeah, USVI Cy Thompson, was 33rd in race 6, ranked 22nd overall. And TNT's Andrew Lewis, 34th in race 6, he's ranked 42nd overall. Bermuda's Cameron Pimentel, he's doing good. 42nd in race 6, ranked 43rd overall. 4 more races over the next 2 days. Medal race is on Monday. Only the top 10 ranked will move on to the medal competition.
Day 6 in the Caribbean is still waiting on its first medal as Manrique Lardouet of Cuba faces heartbreak in gymnastics.
Lardouet, he wanted to do a great job. He's been talking about this forever. This is his Olympic dream. He started out on the rings, and for him, he was psyched up, ready to battle in this event. He wants to get a medal from it. He had a good start. His 15.133 score on the rings had him ranked 2nd at that point, and that was good. To be ranked 2nd in the gymnastics, but the vaults, that's where he fell down, 14 there, and so it was really tough for him.
Well, first, Marissa Dick of Trinidad and Tobago, now Lardouet, as Caribbean hopes are completely dashed in gymnastics, but a sure medal in boxing is on the way.
Savon, he's a good boxer, fantastic guy from Cuba. And usually, Cubans have very good boxing teams. Some good boxers who are out there, extremely talented. And Savon, he's going to medal. This is a sure medal for Cuba and for the Caribbean. Why? Because all the competitors in the semifinals will get a medal. If you finish 3rd, you're going to get a bronze, of course, 3rd or 4th. Share the bronze. The loser in the finals, they get silver. And of course, the winner will get gold.
Well, Cuban boxer Erislandy Savon is guaranteed a medal after he beat Argentina's Yamil Yara to advance to the semifinals of the men's heavyweight division. And moving on, but it wasn't so lucky for Haitian Richardson Hitchens in boxing.
Hitchens, is a youngster, but he's really rearing to go. He's 18 years old. This is his debut. He faced Gary Russell, the American, who is better than he is, more experienced, etc. had a spirited round of 32 fight, but was dispatched by a more experienced competitor, and he's definitely one for the future.
Well, it's another day and another poll. Yesterday we asked, this Olympic Games has quite a number of Caribbean competitors in non-athletics events. Which event do you believe that Caribbean athletes will medal in? A, swimming, B, diving, C, tennis, and C, cycling. And Dalton, what do you think our viewers picked?
I think they must have gone swimming. More than likely
maybe.
they... You? What do you think?
Swimming's been really popular so far, so maybe, I would say maybe even tennis as well, since, you know, Serena Williams, she got knocked out early.
Yeah.
But no, they actually picked diving with 46%. And I suspect Jamaica has something to do with this because 46% of you backed Jamaica's first ever male Olympic diver, Yona Knight Wisdom, to medal. Swimming was second with 34%, cycling third with 16%, and tennis 4%.
When most Caribbean people say Olympics, they mean track and field. Today we ask, which track event are you anticipating? A, 100 meters, B, 200 meters, C, 4x100 meters relay, and D, 400 meters. What do you think?
Of course, 100 meters, Usain Bolt. That's what everyone's going to be watching. I don't know, like, that's pretty much it.
Answer live on Twitter at Flow Sports Live, or comment on Facebook or Instagram using the hashtag FlowPoll5. Remember, if you're in Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua, or Curacao, Flow gives you more options to catch the games of the 31st Olympiad and Flow Sports Rio 1, 2, and 3. Check out what's happening today.
Wasn't that the next one? Welcome back to the Flow Sports Rio Report. Dalton, what have been, you would think, your most memorable Olympics moment thus far?
There have been several of them. As I was saying to you during the break, one of them have to be Alia Atkinson. Even though she didn't medal, for me, she did a great job. And I think we're all proud of what she has done so far. So Alia Atkinson in the pool has been fantastic. And for you?
Well, for me, I would have to say Michael Phelps, because Michael, as I was saying, I live vicariously. I wish I could be the female Michael Phelps. And especially when he won his gold, he was wagging, no, no, no. Everyone's doing the Matumbo wag in swimming, which is kind of weird. But in women's cycling, 43-year-old Kristen Armstrong from the United States canceled her retirement and made the youngsters eat her dirt as she won her third straight gold medal.
Of course, this is in cycling. Armstrong has been great all over these years. She's 42 years old, retired after winning women's time trial race for the second time in a row back in London 2012. Returned to win it for the third time on this one. It was a slippery course for her, but she did really well. And this is great for her. Won in 42 minutes, 26.42 seconds, more than 5.5 seconds ahead of her closest challenger.
Well, Dalton, this may be a tad early, but what are your retirement plans?
Oof, my retirement plans?
If you have any.
I don't know. I mean, I probably want to go into coaching and then continue after a while. It's
Really?
pretty early. For you, though, what are your retirement
I'm
plans?
not thinking that. No, I'm too young to be thinking retirement. No, not yet. But
In sports, you have to think about it at all times.
But defending women's 200 meters Olympic champion Allison Felix from the United States is still battling some old wounds from an ankle injury, but she's still pushing through the pain to stay golden.
I think Alison Felix,
I have some
she has
issues
had a
with
tough time, but listen,
recovery, but those are under control. I have my team of my physical therapist from home and my chiropractor, massage therapist helping me through all that stuff. So I feel confident that I can be close to my best. And it definitely, I had to refocus. I was disappointed with my 200 performance at trials, but I just had to put everything in perspective of what happened to me this year and just be grateful to even be on the Olympic team and go after this new challenge. I would love to defend my title, and I would love to see, where I'm at in the 200 meters, but that's not the case. So it's gonna, obviously be a great race. There's a lot of talent in there, but it'll be tough for me to watch.
And unfortunately, Alison won't be defending her 200-meter crown in Rio because she failed to qualify, but she will be competing in the 400-meter and 1,600-meter relays. So what should we expect out of her? I
think she wants to do really well, in this one. She can do 100 meters, she can do 400, she can do 4x400 meters.
And moving on to diving, during the synchronized 10-meter diving final, the water in the pool began to turn a shade of green. Now that's pretty gross. I know I can't swim, so I'm not an expert, but Dalton, I'm pretty sure the water is supposed to be blue, right?
Yeah, usually it is supposed to be blue. The pool beside it, the diving pool beside it, was actually blue. Certainly they're saying it poses no health risk so far. Well, all I know is that it's supposed to be blue. That's all I'm really sure of for that.
Supposed to be, but it was a great escape for a Russian judoka in the men's 81-kilogram division.
Yeah, I think he wanted to beat the American because a lot of things have been happening. Certainly each Russian that goes out there to compete, there is something about that Russian competitor because of the doping scandal, the McLaren report. So he really wanted to do well, especially against the United States of America. So that's a gold medal move right there that you would have seen.
Well, tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago's first Olympic judoka, Christopher George, takes the mat. But up next, we look ahead at the Caribbean schedule in Rio. We'll be right back.